9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello and welcome again to another session of practicing to answer your CXP question. Today we'll be looking at this question from the 2011 past paper. It was in January of the same year. We'll look at the family question and some possible answers. Now, this question, first thing, part A, has a statement, and it reads, one of the major functions of the family is procreation. And then we are asked to define the term procreation. Now, simply put, procreation is the provision of offspring or human beings as a supply chain for society. So you can word it whichever way, as long as it is saying that the family provides people to supply for the society. Part B is asking you to identify two other functions of the family, of course, except for procreation. The other functions of the family are socialization, educational, emotional support, cultural transmission of cultural values or practices. All right, so these are some other functions of the family that you could list here, any two of those. B, describe two ways in which parents can prepare children for financial responsibility. Of course, you will not name the two ways because it says describe. So you will state in your completed sentences one at a time the ways that parents can prepare children for financial responsibility. So one way in which parents can prepare children for financial responsibilities is by teaching them to make a budget. So that is just one way. Another way parents can prepare children for financial responsibilities is by letting them practice save. You can also state that parents can allow students or their children to have their lunch money for the week, and hence they can budget how much is spent each day. You can also say that parents can reward students when they do extra chores around the house or doing something that you gave them responsibility for. You can, reward them financially. And these activities will help to prepare children for their financial responsibilities further on in the future. Part D1 has a statement. Self-reliance is important to combating poverty. Suggest, giving full details, 3 measures that may be used by poor families to become more self-reliant. That's part 1. Part 2 is asking you to explain fully why each measure you identified will be successful. So this is part D, is always 2 parts. It carries the most marks on all of these questions. And of course, you would have your lines and you would write your one reason at a time and then your justification for that reason. And so your answers should look something like this. One measure that poor families can use to become more self-reliant is by practicing backyard gardening. And we know what that means, simply. plant little vegetables, little fruit trees, so that you can supplement your already meals. And the justification for that is that it will reduce the cost of buying these vegetables and fruits that you would go in your backyard. So that is one reason and your justification. Another measure that poor people can use to become more self-reliant is always education. Always education. You can't go wrong with education, right? Or skill training, still education. And your justification for that is acquiring higher level education or another skill will provide you with additional income or better income. All right. So there you have two measures and two justifications, right? Your third measure could be, finally, another measure that may be used by poor families to become more self-reliant is to set up small business, or what we call a cottage industry. Now, this would work because it would give you small businesses, you would operate like on the side in addition to your main job. So of course, this will allow you to have another income source so that you can provide your family with all their needs, or with majority of their needs, in a more efficient. This question, I consider it to be pretty easy. I think there are more ways. The ones that I've mentioned is not exhaustive. And so there are other ways, or more ways, that poor families can become more self-reliant. And so I will close off this question and join us next time for another practice question in our CXC series. Bye.